Hi, I'm Joanne Sanchez. Welcome to your orthopedic educational community program, Your Active Life. We'd like to thank Affection and Home Care for helping make this program possible. It is our goal during this program to provide valuable healthcare information that will help you and your family maintain an active life. For any of your comments or questions pertaining to this program, please send your emails to josanchez@drraulmarquez.com, or you can also call us at 668-7322. Today's topic of discussion is on nutrition and sports medicine. We have invited a special guest to join Dr. Marquez and to further discuss nutrition. We have Ms. Jennifer Marquez, his lovely daughter. Jennifer is receiving her bachelor's in nutritional science this May from Baylor University. She's done extensive research in nutrition and medicine and is graduating top of her class. We are very proud to have her on our program. By my side, Dr. Raul Marquez and Ms. Jennifer Marquez. Welcome. How are you doing?
Wonderful. It's great to be here, and I'm happy to share my knowledge about nutrition.
Okay, well, why don't we get started?
Sure.
Let's talk about nutrition.
Okay.
What is nutrition? What is good nutrition for that matter?
Okay. Well, nutrition is a very broad topic, but basically what it all boils down to is just a balance between the nutrients in your diet. It's really more of a lifestyle. So what you want to do is kind of concentrate on 3 different groups. You have your carbohydrate groups, which would be like your whole grains, pasta, bread, cereal, and such. And then you also have protein, which my dad will talk about is really important for building muscle and maintaining muscle mass. That can be found in things like eggs, fish, meat, cheese, and dairy. And then you have your fats, and we'll talk a little bit later about the difference between good fats and bad fats, which is very important. But basically what you want to do with nutrition is just make it a lifestyle more than a diet, a one-time thing. Because when you make it part of your lifestyle, like my dad will talk about, it just becomes a way of life, just a way to be a lot healthier, and also it prevents, diseases and other such things that may come your way as you age.
Sports medicine now. How does it
Yes.
relate? How does sports medicine relate with nutrition? We discussed sports medicine in the past. Could you elaborate a little bit more on sports medicine for us?
Well, sports medicine, as we have discussed before, is a subspecialty of medicine. It's really a broad specialty because a lot of people think that we are the specialists in sports medicine. We are orthopedic surgeons, but we get to see the sports-related injuries. But the true sports medicine specialist, the one who takes the whole approach to any issue with injuries in sports nutrition, obviously is one of the bases of how we all understand how we're going to feed our athletes or how we're going to feed ourselves. Like Jennifer was saying, life changes. So we need to have a complete knowledge on not just from the orthopedic point of view what I do, and I think that's one of the great things we have in this program now. I have my daughter. I'm very proud of her, and she's the expert on that. And the only thing I'm going to do today is basically reinforce what she's saying and put it in perspective on the sports medicine specialty. So I hope that program will be of a great help for you, for everybody. And so, Jennifer?
Okay.
Elaborate more on nutrition, how it helps with sports medicine, why it's so important for the muscle, the buildup, or for injuries.
Sure. Sports nutrition in general is really important for athletes and even just for anyone who wants to take on any sort of physical activity, which we've heard is very important just to maintain everyday lifestyle, just to be physically active. What you want to do is concentrate a lot on what you're eating before you work out, what you're eating during your workout if it's longer than 60 minutes, and also what you're eating after you work out. So in terms of before a workout, you typically want to stick to higher carbohydrate foods and less protein and fats because the carbohydrates are basically what provide immediate energy to your muscles. If you're working out doing endurance events, for instance, marathon running or cycling, even weight training for longer than an hour, you might want to do some sort of carbohydrate replacement, for instance, Gatorade or Accelerate or some sort of sports drink like that. It's really important with athletes that participate in events that last longer than an hour. And then after you work out, as we'll talk about a little bit later, protein is key. you need protein to restore muscle breakdown and to just speed up recovery. So as you can see, it's a very broad topic, but it's very important that you pay attention to the details.
Tell us a little bit more about you. You're involved in sports. You're an athlete, marathon runner.
That's
is that
correct.
Is that the one thing that you like doing the most?
It really is. Actually, when I went to Baylor University, I was on the cross country and track team for 2 years. And that was very beneficial just because I got to start seeing the application between what I was learning in the classroom and then transferring it to, what I was doing in competition.
It became
or
practical
in
for you.
practice. Right, exactly. So I was kind of like a living experiment. I get to see what I'm learning in the classroom and do it at the same time. Right now I'm actually training for the Boston Marathon, so that's exciting. It is obviously an endurance event, so nutrition is key for recovery and just for getting ready for your next workout. So that's great. That's a great experience. And also, I do work a lot with the athletes at Baylor University.
Oh.
So I get to do the sports nutrition aspect with the football players, tennis players, equestrian team. It's quite a broad slew of people, but I really do enjoy it, and it's just something that I'm very passionate about, and hopefully we'll get to continue for a while.
So has your father given you any tips on orthopedics? Does that? I mean, I'm
He
sure it all
has
relates, right?
tell
Sports
me to
medicine, nutrition, and
take
bones
care of
and
my
muscles.
knees and stuff like
Yes,
that. So yeah.
I think, and also I learned from her. I learned from her because she obviously has a much deeper knowledge of the nutrition, more than I ever thought and I ever wanted to know.
Yeah.
And she gives advice to the whole family. What to do, what to eat, and but she's very good. She prays. She does what she says. So I think
Well, I have a lot more to learn then.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. Coming up, we'll be answering some questions from our community.
Some health tips for everyone. Virus sports medicine experts have recently expressed concern about the risk of overexertion or the use of heavy weights. But if you follow a reasonable program, strength training or exercising can be safe and truly improve the quality of your life. Here are some tips. Start slowly with light weights, work slowly and smoothly, rest between sets, work your muscles but don't overdo it. Remember, exercising is for everybody, for men and for women, for the young and for not so young. Strong muscles will improve the quality of your life, and it's never too late to get started. This health tip was brought to you by Family Home Health, where you are family.
Hi, I'm Joanne Sanchez, inviting you to join me along with Dr. Raul Marquez on your orthopedic educational community program, Your Active Life, in which we discuss issues pertaining to pain, muscle, bone, and joint disorders. Don't miss out on this valuable information. Be sure to tune in this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Certificate of deposits, or CDs, are popular investment tools that provide a good return on your money without the high investment risks. A CD is FDIC insured, issued by a bank as evidence that a customer agrees to lend the bank a certain amount of money for a certain amount of time. In return, the bank promises to pay the customer the total loan amount plus earnings. CD earnings depend on the term of the loan, on the amount of the loan, and on the current interest rate. This educational message has been brought to you by First National Bank, your family here, member FDIC.
As we age, we tend to experience various types of disease, especially disorders associated with pain in our lower extremities, which can affect your active life. There is a new home physical therapy program that is non-invasive, safe, and drug-free, which may help reduce that burning sensation and pain you may be feeling in your feet and legs. For more information on this new program for foot and leg pain, call 866-781-7400. This has been an informative message from Del Cielo Home Care.